Hey, sweetie, we're doing a countdown about maybe 25 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, I need to be walking out at 1:40. All right,
Yeah, we need to be getting on the road.
Come here real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
So Tuesday you find out if you have the job, so you probably would start.
I'm vlogging right now, so we'll keep it quiet. Okay, yeah. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. Getting ready to head out. You know, we're still kind of going out there to interviews. Linda is still serving food. And I'll be going out to the airport. And then we'll just see where we go from there. I'll see if I can find Katie and get some good shots of Edmund. I know this place is kind of dark. This is like, this room turns green right here. Yeah, that's where I thought it would be. It's right there. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, I'm gonna let y'all watch him sleep here. Okay, that was Edmund. His name is Edmund Tuxedo Cassavetes, and he likes to lay on my Tempur-Pedic bed here. There we go. Here he is. Don't cover up the camera. He's not ready for the shot right now. Here we go. There he is. So you've been laying in the bed, huh? Just laying there. Why are you looking over there? The camera's right here. I've trained you well. All right, come on. I was raised in kind of a military household, so the bed is always made before I leave. I don't know why. I'm just gonna jump back in it. There we go. So we're looking at about a 15-minute mark right now.
Yeah, no, it's gotta be close. I don't know, gotta be 5 minutes.
And welcome to our itinerary. He's still blocking the door.
Shit, probably 10 minutes.
All right, Kitty, you're gonna have to move. All right.
Love
We
you.
do love you though, but it's time. We gotta go. All right. Thank you, Kitty.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Love you, baby. I gotta pay attention. See, that surface road to here is not bad at all. It doesn't look too busy-ish. As long as I get on the highway and just stay in the lane and focus, I'm good. So I think I'm fine doing this.
I think in order to get around the lake, if you're gonna go the back roads, you've got to go that direction.
Now, this was easy to get on.
Well, I mean, I looked on Google Maps.
This is more at nighttime, because I drove at nighttime and all those bright lights flashing at you. It's scary. Okay, that was easy.
I mean, this is a straight shot, but the back roads are gonna have stop signs, and stop signs.
I just think
You
it was
can
because
go
it was
like
nighttime.
60 or 55 right here. You don't have to go like super fast.
I think it's just because it was dark. It was dark. I wanted to get back before it got dark.
All right, sweetie, have a good day.
You too.
So I was watching an old rerun of 1991 Siskel and Ebert, and Siskel gave his #1 pick for a documentary called Hearts of Darkness, which was done by the wife of Francis Ford Coppola, without him really knowing about it. And it turned out, according to Siskel, to be more dramatic than the actual war film. There's some truth to that, especially if you know stuff about making a movie and then knowing for sure it's a disaster. And I do believe that Francis Ford Coppola really believed, that Apocalypse Now was a disaster, possibly pretentious, with no ending. And then it turned out, of course, to be what it is, which is a famous masterpiece in war film. Not my favorite war film. It's like my second or third, maybe like top 3. But my favorite's Full Metal Jacket, because I felt that Stanley Kubrick had a gift. It was just an amazing gift, and really showed the Vietnam War for what it kind of could be, or what it was, or the horror. He was great at horror, and I think Coppola created a very visually arresting film with a great actor like Marlon Brando and Dennis Hopper and Charlie Sheen, and it was certainly a success. And then when Francis Ford Coppola presented Apocalypse Now at Cannes, I believe it was Cannes, he said, "This is not a film about Vietnam, this is Vietnam," which I thought was kind of dramatic and nearly comical, but he was serious, so he was not by far joking around. It is a film about Vietnam, but it was close. In the Philippines at the time, there was a civil war that broke out, and they would take their helicopters from them, and they weren't able to use it in certain senses. But and then I think originally Coppola wanted to go to Vietnam and film that there, and the studios wouldn't support it because they probably would have been killed. It'd be like a filmmaker going to North Korea. No studio would support that. It would be sure suicide. But anyway, regardless of what film is better than what film, it doesn't really matter. I mean, there's aspects of Apocalypse Now that Full Metal Jacket doesn't have. Apocalypse Now is, of course, a lot of people's favorite film, and it's got this rock and roll kind of vibe to it. It's very much like a dream, and a lot of Coppola's stuff is like a dream. Not all of his stuff, but a lot of it, even like Dracula, is kind of like it unfolds like a dream, And I don't think Full Metal Jacket does that completely, But anyway, I just wanted to make that comment because Siskel put it as best film for 1991. I think Ebert, it was on his top 11. So they agreed that it was a good film. It's fun to watch, reruns of Siskel and Ebert, because they didn't always agree. And I don't know if they teamed up on that, Like they were both had different opinions about Thelma and Louise. Roger Ebert loved it, and Siskel didn't, and they disagreed on certain things. Siskel thought Thelma and Louise was pretentious and contrived, like a contrived film, and then Roger Ebert thought it was like the best film of that year. Anyway, I just think it's interesting that we don't really have a famous pair of critics that oppose one another when it comes to cinema anymore. We have things like TMZ and social media, and then of course YouTube, for people to talk about movies or do critiques. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Francis Ford Coppola is about, I'm not sorry, I got it mixed up. Quentin Tarantino is about to make a movie, his 10th movie, which is about a film critic. I don't know if that's true, because my rumor, or the rumor that I heard, not my rumor, but the rumor I heard, was that Quentin Tarantino was going to make a movie. He was going to make the third part of Kill Bill, and then they, in an article, said that was not true, that he was actually going to do this 1970s pick about Hollywood and a film critic. So I don't know if that's true either. We don't know what his 10th film is going to be. Anyway, just throwing that out there. Killers of the Flower Moon is coming up, which is, I think it's supposed to come up in October. Probably going to go see that and talk about it and stuff. We're pretty excited. May go to the shops in Clear Fork. I may go somewhere else. I don't know. Because it's going to be beautiful to look at, and the movies are. And then I kind of got sad about the vlog and how I saw it as this one long kind of disaster and a boring mess, and a vlog, a video log. That's all I can pump out. And I try to write these movie scripts, and I have no leads. I have no one interested. No one's sending me emails, but there's probably something on the horizon. If you don't give up, you usually succeed. And then I have these things in my mind where what I go down is just a script writer, because anyone can do that. Anyone can take a legal pad and just write a movie, or anybody can get a typewriter and write a movie, or anybody can get a hold of Final Draft and make it easier so it's all lined up perfectly and write a movie. And I've been doing this since high school, since 1992. It's well over 30 years, And I think that's why I started making the vlog, because I got tired of waiting. There's all these competitors, and a lot of the films are trash, and then some of them are great, But really, to be honest, all movies are great. Even the ones they call trash, they're still great. Even the craziest, worst movies are still great. They become cult classics, Look at not Roger Waters, that was Pink Floyd. The other Waters, John Waters, But he's actually a pretty good filmmaker. You don't really want to strive to be like another vlogger or filmmaker. It's a disaster to do. Just like it's the same to copy other actors' styles and or whatever. You know, I don't even know how you really do that, you know, because they're a person. How do you copy a person's style? But maybe they can help you along a little bit until, you know, you find what you're trying to do. But the vlog style has been implemented. Either it was Justin Scard or Adam the Woo or somebody, and it does work. So it is a way to make your own YouTube series or YouTube show or YouTube vlog, you know. Nevertheless, though, you still have that, and you do watch over it. Like my last one that went up, it was 42 minutes. Okay, I was like, oh, cool, it went up, you know. And it does these weird things when it goes up. You think it's already been printed, and then you're looking at it, and it's floating, and you look down, and it goes up, and it just kind of appears there. You're like, oh, it really went through. It happened. Now the whole world can see it, and it's a good feeling, even if it only gets 10 views, or if it gets 1,000, you know, or how many views it gets. Some of these guys get 59,000 views a day, and they're making a living doing it, you know. That's a success. But I've got, you know, friends out there that acted in Hollywood stuff, and they do these little Vimeo stuffs, and it's like as good as any of the greats, but they only get like 30 views, you know. So part of me thinks, well, maybe the real good stuff only gets a few views now. Then later on, they'll be seen as genius, you know. So you be patient, you keep doing it. But I don't think any of the greats could get a hold of a vlog. Like Ingmar Bergman had a journal. You know, some of the other filmmakers probably just kept journals and stuff. They didn't take 35mm and do this all day long. They'd go broke. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. We're going to DFW. Kitty's here. Linda's at work, and we're just gonna focus on that for the day. All right? Okay. That's some kind of satellite. tonight. Those people over there must be from Amsterdam because they're smoking a type of herb, and we're in Texas too. It's funny.
Where the sign on the wall says oversized. If you're arriving from Boston, please pick up your luggage on carousel E14.
Medieval times. All right, guy coming out of Boston. Lives outside the city. Pretty cool dude. Staying at the Anatole into something called security. I don't know if that covers a general term. All right, we'll be headed back again. It's kind of crazy. There's some kind of place with a caboose right here. Trying to see what that is right there. Yeah, this looks like a dead end area. Or it's not dead end, but it's a circle. Trying to see the name of it. Ice cold beer. Oh, Katie Trail Ice House. Yeah, it's called the Katie Trail. I thought it was called Ice Cold Beer. That'd be a good name for, I guess, a restaurant as much as anything else. But it's the Katie Trail is the name of the restaurant. They're from Oregon right there. Some of these buildings are just amazing. In Dallas, I'm only on the benign side of where the gray buildings are. This is a new structure going up right on the corner of Maple. And that's an older one, the Stoneleigh. Or the Stoneleigh. If you're German, it'd be the Stoneleigh. Or no, I think it would be the Stoneleigh. L-E-I is E. I think that's right. Well, let's see. L-E-I in German. I know D-I-E is D. Okay, so it'd be I, so it'd be L-E-I. It'd be Stoneleigh. Because E-I, I think, is I. Or is it E? D-I-E is D, I believe. Where's it die? Die. Don't know. There's this Turtle Creek right here. And Reverton Park. Right down that way. Nice little tour outside of Dallas. Dallas is fun. It's fun. Dallas is fun. Scottish Rite Hospital. My second wife was kind of a star there. She was a survivor of spina bifida and was able to have 3 healthy children too. She didn't have it that bad. She was still able to walk and everything. Wonderful woman. This is Old Parkland right here. Anatole, where a gentleman from Boston, also a Marine. He was also a Marine for a few years. That's where he's going for, he's for business. The Anatole. Yeah, their refills are actually $1.07. QT's at $1.18 now. Might be going to 7-Eleven a little more. Plus, I got points. I can add points to it as well. A little point app system. So like $100,000 vehicles, there's none of Sprinters, Mercedes. Same pretty much area over that way. I provided my QR PayPal if you'd like to be a channel supporter. Thank you.